Everything comes and goes and then comes again. This is the law of life. This is the cycle of time. So welcome to the 6th moon of the year. This is called the rhythmic moon, or also known as the lizard moon in the Mayan calendar. I decided that I'm going to start doing the 13 moons since this is the 13th moon tarot channel, and we're coming up on the 13th moon of this channel this month, which I'm very excited about. It will be the 13th moon that we've been here together, and I'm very excited about that full moon in Gemini coming up. But this month, this moon or month, however you want to look at it, going by lunar months, is the rhythmic month. So this is about the cycles of time, the cycles of life, that what is lost comes back. Now, it comes back sometimes in the same form, sometimes in a different form. So this rhythmic moon or rhythmic month goes from December 13th to January 9th, okay? But this reading is good for whenever you see it, but I want to start off, the sign-specific readings each month with a little bit of a general reading on the actual lunar month and tell you what it's all about and kind of the key motifs. So with rhythm comes, of course, balance. So this is a time for balancing things out, but also setting your intentions about what's to come for the rest of the year. So this is the 6th month, so it's almost the halfway point in the 13 moons. And so setting your intentions for the rest, but also following through with what you've already put in place. Okay, so you've already made some manifestations and had some intentions, and now it's about following that cycle through. And if you don't follow through in that cycle, things could start, I heard, spiraling backwards. Okay, so interesting. So I feel like this is definitely a deep introspective time. Of course, this month in the rhythmic moon month, we have the winter solstice, which is the shortest day of the year, the darkest day of the year. Winter solstice is probably my favorite time of the year because it allows for so much introspection, and there's a lot of magic that happens around that time. It's a special time anyways because of what's going on in the sky. So let's get into the reading. I want to follow the path. Interesting. I want to follow the path of our previous solar eclipse reading. So let's get that out. I'm also going to do yearly readings. I think I'll just do one for the collective. I don't know if I'm doing signs yet. Blah, 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 Andy. Okay, blah, 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 Andy. Let's get into it. And this has 6 cards, okay, for our 6th moon. Let's see what we have here for this month. Just general message for the collective about what this month is all about in relationship to that rhythm. Everything comes, everything goes, and then comes again. Has December and into the beginning of January been a month where things seem to return to you? Or do things seem to go during this time? I've had both happen. So let's see. And remember, when something goes, it opens space for new energy to come in. It opens space for regeneration, which is always exciting. I want to get one of these cards too as a kind of main theme. This is what was facing me before I shuffled. Whale song, resonating. Love that. Okay, so this is a time to be around those that you resonate with, messages you resonate with, but just frequencies in the air. Even if that means you have to protect yourself in a little bit of a bubble here, it might be very powerful for you to do so because you'll be able to hear your own song, your own story, your own narrative that you've woven, and where it needs fine-tuned adjustments in order to correct the melody. That's what I'm getting. Do you resonate with your own story? Interesting. Okay, let's get some tarot cards out on here. And then, I think, do we need any more oracles? Nah. Let's see. Well, I do kind of want to use that one we used last time. Okay, I think it's right here. Hold on a second. Is it? Yes, it is. Fabulous. Although, are there 2 cards upstairs? I think there are 2 cards upstairs. I was doing something really important, so I put the cards, yes, you can, and don't take it all so seriously upstairs to kind of remind myself when I was trying to do some project that I was working on and felt a little bit intimidated. So I put those cards there just to remind myself. So those are messages for you as well. And I think it's significant that they don't need to be in the deck for you because you already know you can do whatever it is that you want to do. And I think you're realizing that the less you take yourself so seriously, the easier things become. Doesn't mean that situations aren't serious or hard, but life is fun for the most part if you want it to be. If you want it to be. Truly, if you want it to be. Ooh, I heard, this isn't me, okay? This isn't me, but I heard, come play with me. Okay, I don't know. Not me, I don't know. Okay, that's what I heard. I mean, we are playing a little bit here together, of course. We're playing with the tarot. Okay, interesting. Okay, so the energy that's surrounding you at this time, collective, we have the moon. I love this. Let's get back to it, okay? We have the moon. It looks like 32, but I guess it could also be 52. Those numbers are important to you. This is a time to be firm in what it is you want. To not joke around with yourself, to not go back and forth with yourself, to really plant your feet in what resonates with you. Because I feel like if you aren't firm with yourself and what resonates with you, then it's very easy to have other people's stories or songs or narratives start to influence your melody. And it's okay to combine different notes and melodies and voices and all of those things to continue with the metaphor. It's okay to do that, but you need to know what's yours and what's someone else's. You need to play your part and they need to play theirs. And so each person has to know their role and know their part in the story that you're creating together. This is what I'm getting. And I feel like there's been a mix-up recently about who's playing what role. Okay, this could be a part of you with yourself, or it could be anything we're talking about. It could be, a work environment. It could be the relationship you're having to the land you're on. It could be a lover. It could be, a sibling, whatever. So take what resonates. Finding balance. And what else do we have here? Oh, we have 2 tarot cards. We have the 9 of Wands. We have the 7 of Wands in reverse and the Daughter of Cups. So this is telling me that you have to trust here. You have to trust in your feelings, and you also have to trust in the cycles of life. That what is meant for you is always going to be yours. If something is, it's so cliche, but it's worth repeating. There's a reason why these sayings get repeated as well, right? Yes, they're catchy, all of that. But if something's yours, it's always yours. It will come back to you. And I feel like something is coming back to you here. Okay, it could be an energy, it could be a memory, it could be a person. It could be a drive, a force, feeling better, whatever the case is, a return of health of some sort. But something's coming back to you because you've persisted through the fear, the unknown, the difficulty. And you've kind of trusted that time isn't about a progression of empty moments. Time is about a feeling of your own space, is what I heard. Feeling through space. Feeling the differences, I heard tonalities, through space. I heard this is getting wizardy. I don't know, okay? But it is magic. Time is magic. Where are we going here, Spirit? Why are you getting me to go all loopy? Well, it is like a loop at this time. So let's recap that into a nice kind of succinct wording. So time isn't a progression of empty moments. Time is a feeling through space. How does this time feel different than last time? At this time. Okay. So you've persisted and you're putting down your defenses. Okay, you're welcoming something back in because you're wanting to find the balance here. Find the balance. I heard between love and hate. I feel like these messages are going to be different for each of you. I also feel like I heard Zongo. I don't know. Like it's a little bit different energies coming in. Okay. A shift in your life that's being caused at this time with the rhythmic moon. We have man. The 10 of Pentacles. The 2 of Wands in reverse. And see with eyes of love. So you've made a decision. You've made a decision that you want a commitment with someone or something in your life, or that you're committing to something. And I think what you're committing to is something that you really longed for here. Like I'm seeing this longing look in this man's face, but felt like you had to protect yourself in some way. So you were guarded here, but you desired something. But that guard that you had up prevented you from finding the balance of what you desire and what you can have. Yeah, okay. Oh, I'm just noticing this card here, lost in space. Time is a feeling through space. So what is time without a direction forward, right? Have you had a direction forward recently? I feel like you are now, because you're seeing things with love. You're seeing things differently, and that's allowing you to make a decision about what you want to commit to, where you think stability lies. Now, of course, this could be a masculine energy coming in here, a shift in your life. You could be stepping into your masculine energy. Whatever this is, it's very beautiful. It's where you should be. Okay. Something in your life that is ending or going dark. We have the Fox, the 2 of Pentacles, the 8 of Swords in reverse. You already are. Aw, look at these 2 butterflies here. So I'm getting from this is you already are balanced. Okay, you already are balanced, but there's something in the environment here that now needs to come into balance. So you're finding balance around you or in your relationships because you are already in balance. You've done something to get you out of the 8 of Swords, anxiety, overthinking, keeping yourself stuck, trapped. And I'm seeing that coming here with the Fox energy of like having to figure something out, maybe feeling like you need to be clever, maybe associating with people who were operating on a really kind of shitty vibration. Okay, like they were involved in just minutia, like not important things. That's what I'm getting from this energy. Sneaking around at night, I'm also getting, it's like a prowling energy almost. You're getting out of that. And either you were stuck in that or somebody you know was stuck in that. That energy is changing because you are in balance. I feel like you're not juggling anything anymore. It's like anything you were juggling, emotions, people for some of you, job opportunities. It's like, no, now you're just letting both things sit still in your hand and you're not throwing anything up in the air. You're just holding both at the same time. And kind of trusting your intuition on which option feels better for you. And maybe you're also realizing you don't really need to make a compromise. You know, I really don't like the saying or the idea that in love you need to make compromises, because I don't really think that should be the case. I think that, you know, if you're compromising something you want or something of yourself, then it's really not fulfilling you. And same for the other person. If you're asking someone else to compromise who they are or what they want, it's also not fulfilling for them. So, in my opinion, love shouldn't be about compromise. Love should be about combining forces. Really. It's not about decreasing one's vibration or power. It's about combining forces to increase the power of the two. Okay, something, what was I saying? Now I'm lost. Okay, something in my life that will be illuminated. Yeah, now I'm lost. See how easy it is to get lost without direction? So direction is important here too. Something in your life that will be illuminated or beginning. Pathways, direction, what did I just say? Yeah, you need a path. But see, I feel like you've chosen a path here with this shift that's happening right now. Okay. Son of Swords in reverse with the Page of Wands in the upright, and I am connected to the earth. Perfect card for the pathway. I feel like you're trusting in the rhythm of your own life, the rhythm of your relationships, but also to the rhythm of the world. I heard we are the children. I don't know. Okay, I don't know. But it's like, look at this. This is like setting out on a journey, a new journey here. Of realizing that wherever you're going now, whatever path you're taking, you're not alone on it. You're connected to others. You're never really alone. I think you know that. I think you've always known that. I've always been here with you. Okay, I don't know who that is saying that, but that's what I heard. And I think what's being illuminated is you can go down this path with this kind of new awareness or new excitement. This Page of Wands is also a messenger card. Okay, so you might be receiving a message or giving a message. You also might be doing something to help the earth out, okay? Or you're taking new interest in nature in some way. Walking or strolling or gliding or whatever it is you do out in nature could be very important. And what's being illuminated with the Knight of Swords in reverse is like, you take your time. You don't have to rush anything. And words aren't the key here. It's all feeling. It's not words. There are so many wands out here. The swords that have come out are both in reverse. So it's not about overthinking things. It's not about having the right words to say or communicating a certain thing and maybe getting something off your chest. It's not about that right now. It's about bringing back what was lost, regenerating new energy. I heard in a connection or in your connection with yourself or the earth. Okay, a change that lies ahead. Clouds. Now, the clouds card is about confusion sometimes. It's about illusion. Oh, shit. I just learned that word and now I forget totally. So if you know it, please put it in the comments below. But it's like divination with clouds. It has a certain name. You know, when you see shapes and faces in the clouds, it has a particular name. It has an X in it. I don't know. If you know, put it below. But it's like maybe you need to do some divination with the clouds. You know, see what you see out there. And you know what's cool about divining with the clouds is that it's possible, depending on where you are, or maybe, you know, just in general, it's possible that two people could be seeing something similar despite their distance. You know, have you ever missed someone and looked up at the stars or the moon or whatever and wondered if they've been looking at it at the same time you have? I feel like there's something like that going on. So it's that connection. So maybe you're going to realize that you're connected to someone or your higher self or your future self through the moon, yeah. Looking at the moon, looking up at the sky, seeing what resonates up there. Cool. I hope you think so. That's what I got. Okay. 3 of Pentacles in reverse. 10 of Pentacles now in reverse. And it's not a competition. I'm being reminded here of going back to the clouds and seeing things in the clouds. There's also those optical illusion pictures, you know, where like if you stare long enough, you can see a lion in the picture, whatever the case is. I'm so bad at that. It's really hard for me to see what other people are seeing, ironically. It's like I cannot see that pattern. Like I've never really been able to do that as a child. And I don't know why that is. It's probably something neurological or I don't know, something about your perceptual part of your brain. But everybody would be like, don't you see the lion there? Don't you see the tiger there? Like I have a decorative kind of bowl upstairs and everyone's like, don't you see the panther in that bowl? I'm like, no. And I've stared at it for like an hour. Like, what? Why can't I see this? And I feel like it's not a competition here. It's like if someone's trying to get you to see what they see in the clouds or wherever in their mind, whatever the case is, you know, take it as a metaphor. If they're trying to get you to see what they see, you're not going to be able to see it if it doesn't resonate with you. Okay? And it's not just because they can see something and you can't doesn't mean that someone's better than the other. So let's bring that down to a real world example. If you're in a connection with someone and they want to tell you how they're seeing their side of the story, you know, or even a coworker seeing a side of the project and you just can't see what they're saying, it doesn't have to be about who's right or wrong. It's just that doesn't resonate with you. That's not your part of the story. That's not your part of the song. That's their part of the song. You have a different melody. And just because you have different perspectives or different stories or different backgrounds or different interests or different memories doesn't mean you can't come together and harmonize. And I feel like the less you try to compromise, you know, find that middle ground, like, okay, this is what the memory you have, this is the memory I have, you know, but maybe that didn't really happen, that didn't really happen, so we're going to come to a truth in the middle. But it's like you've compromised your integrity or your perspective just to work things out with another. You actually lose that abundance and security and stability. Because you're put on unequal grounding. So this really is about finding a balance. And I feel like we're talking about with an outside energy here. Yeah. So I don't know what your situation is now or what you're thinking about in relationship to this reading. But there's really a message here about holding firm to what you know is true for yourself, how you feel, while still listening, and respecting another's feelings or opinions, but not allowing that to overtake your own. It's okay to have different perspectives on something. It actually adds a richness. Now, I'm not talking about, I'm not suggesting if there's been some weird ass gaslighting situation that you just, go along with it. That has nothing to do with what I'm saying. So I just felt like I needed to say that there. This should bring a sense of peace to whatever you're doing. The law of life. Okay. Something you can manifest during this time. The sun. We start with the moon and we end with the sun. That's pretty cool. Okay, so you can manifest clarity out of this. You can manifest clarity. So the energy that's surrounding you right now is working with this moon energy, the unknown, stuff that might be hidden, but also trusting your intuition, trusting the rhythms of life, all of this stuff. And then you're ending with clarity and everything being illuminated, everything brought to life. I also feel like there's a balance here between the moon and the sun. They're so different, but they respect one another. They have different vantage points. They see the earth differently. Okay, they have a different relationship to the way that they're connected to the earth. And they could fight all day long about who's right, about how they see the earth. But it's the sun and the moon are not in competition. They harmonize. So we have the Hermit in reverse with the Five of Pentacles and seeing things for what they are with the sun. Spirit, I love you. Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes people don't want to look at the truth of themselves, okay, or of a situation, because that means that the illusions start to break down. But if someone refuses to look at their truth or a truth of a situation, that energy will haunt them. They won't be able to leave something alone. I'm there in many ways in my life, okay? I know there's things in my life that I'm not seeing totally from a clear perspective, and that's why the energy's still surrounding me. I know that. And there's a resistance to go there because there's some kind of illusion here that keeps me safe in a bubble, okay? I'm just speaking broadly here, but everybody has those kinds of things, whether they're about your childhood or a love connection or, just the way you are yourself, how you see yourself. And I think here what you can manifest is seeing things in a connection or with yourself or about your future, your higher self, the world around you, what's going on in society. You're going to be able to see things for how they are. And you know what? Unfortunately, the way things are is a little bit sad. It's a little bit of a downer here. But I'm being reminded here that whatever goes comes again. So we are at a time of loss here. I think we kind of sense that anyways, with things that are going on in the world. There's a loss of something. Maybe it's nothing you can put your finger on. Maybe it is something you can put your finger on. And I think it's being reflected into our personal lives as well, where there's losses, I heard, abound. Losses abound. But you know what happens when you see things clearly? You don't have to be in this hermit mode of being alone and constantly searching for the answer and the wisdom and the truth and being kind of lonely. You deal with the harsh reality that maybe something is gone. Or maybe you did something to hurt someone and you're seeing that. Or maybe someone hurt you and you're seeing that. I also think that once you come to terms with what really is for you, and remember, it's what really is for you. and not somebody else. What the truth is for you, that's when you know what tools you're working with. Okay, if you're trying to manifest from, I don't know, a place of 9 of Pentacles, but that's not really where you are, that place of abundance and independence and, feeling very free from everything. If you're trying to manifest from thinking that you're in that place, but you're not going to be able to manifest anything. But if you know that you're in a place of 5 of Pentacles, of feeling left out in the cold or feeling abandoned, feeling like something is dying, decaying, that you don't have everything you want. If you acknowledge that to yourself, it's not about staying in this energy or anything like that, but if you acknowledge that and see it for what it is, then you know where to water the seeds that you do have. You know what nutrients the flower needs to bloom again. I love this. Okay, so let's I feel like we need a closing card here. Let's get a message here from this deck about the rhythmic moon. The rhythmic moon. What does the collective need to know to close out this message? Open mind. Replace the old cycle with a new and exciting one. Listen to advice. Guidance is needed to cross the ocean of life. Seek out, communicate, and solve the conflicts. Yeah, I feel like you are really going to be solving a inner conflict or a conflict that you have with someone else. I'm saying celebrate life at the bottom. In order to do this, you have to keep an open mind, understand that someone has their own perspective, and don't lose your own in the process. Okay, I love you so much. I hope you like these kinds of moons. We're following the Mayan calendar with them. I'm going to put them out every new lunar month and see what messages we get. I'll see you next time.